today I decided to make beef stew. I have here some of the ingredients. I have about 4 pounds of chuck roast. I have a mixture of celery and carrots. They're cut by bite-sized. Some potatoes here. Some green peas, onions, brown sugar, minced garlic, 4 basil leaves, some flour, and we have here some olive oil, some fish sauce, soy sauce, beef broth. I always get the low sodium one, some Worcestershire sauce, some tomato paste, salt and pepper to taste, and we also have oregano, Italian seasoning, and thyme. And I also have here some sourdough bread that I'm going to eat it with later. We're just going to toast it in the oven and then have our stew in it. Alright, let's get to cooking. Okay, we're going to start by putting some olive oil in the pan. Let it get hot. So today we're using the Instant Pot to make our stew. It is going to cut our cooking time in about 1.5 hours. Usually I simmer it for 2 hours, but with the Instant Pot I can just cook it for 30 minutes. Okay, so I've already put it on the saute setting, but I prefer to saute it on the stove first because it's a lot faster and the heat heats up a lot quicker. I went ahead and put it on the sauteed setting so that you get a head start in the heating process. These are nice bite-sized pieces for chuck roast. And some garlic. Go in with the flour. It will help to thicken up the stew. Some of the brown sugar, not all of it, some of it. Pepper and salt. Going to put in a little bit of water. Now we don't want to cook this all the way. We just want to cook it just enough so that it has a nice coating on it, because we don't want to get it, we don't want to make it so rough or tough rather. And just let it sit a minute or two. It's a little weird, but gotta have my fish sauce and soy sauce and a little bit of Worcestershire. Now the liquid is really coming out, we want to scoop it and put it in our Instant Pot here. Instant Pot is hot and it's ready for sauteing. I'm going to use this one, faster. I'm trying to keep some of the sauce that's at the bottom here for the rest of the stir fry. the juices there. I'm gonna start this off putting onions in. Like I said, we're just taking out the beef so that it doesn't get too tough. Potatoes. Now the peas, we're gonna leave it for last, very, very last. All cooked up. Just gonna stir this periodically in the pot here. Brown sugar. Pepper and salt and pepper. I'm scooping some tomato paste. Use this whole mini can here, which is 156 milliliters. So I just put in some fish sauce. Soy. Worcestershire. Alright, so now that our saute is ready for our Instant Pot, I'm going to set it at meat and stew. I guess I have to cancel it first. Meat and stew for 35 minutes, so that's a good amount of time. So I'm going to pour this in here. There you go. Just going to stir it all in. Okay, now I'm going to put in the beef broth, the whole thing. I usually use the whole thing of this and probably about a cup and a half of water. So I'm going to stir it evenly. See everything on there? Okay, I just put in the basil leaves. I got 4 of them in there. And I'm going to put in some Italian seasoning. And some oregano. Ooh, that's too much. So I always pour in my hand first. And some thyme. There we go. I'm going to stir it in. And then we're going to put the lid on. This is the important part. I'm gonna put the lid on to sealing, S-E-A-L-I-N-G. So it's pointed towards sealing, and then I'm gonna lock it in. And I'll show you how to release it afterwards when it's done. So we're gonna give it about half an hour and then check upon it. Alright, so this has been cooking, it's been on the stew mode for about 30-40 minutes now, and the time is up. So we're just going to release the pressure. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm just using a oven mitt, put the mitt right on it, and then I'm just going to use the spatula to maneuver the steam to go towards my left. So you can see the steam is coming out. So we have over the range microwave right here, so that's why it's a little difficult to see. You can see the steam coming out. It's going to take a few minutes for it to completely come out. Alright, now that the steam has completely came out, I'm going to open this up. Ooh. Does that look delicious or what? Now the meat looks super tender. And the thing that I really like about this is that all the vegetables, especially the potatoes and the carrots, are still nicely uniform. I'm gonna add the peas. Put that in last. And then we're gonna serve this up. So I have cut around my my bread here, and I toasted it for 350 for maybe about 10-15 minutes. So now it's nice and toasty. And this is something kind of new that I'm trying to eat it right into the bread, because I love eating stews with bread. That look good or what? I'm gonna have a taste of this now. The meat is super duper tender and juicy. Look at that. So nice and comforting, and such a hearty dish. And the potatoes, still nicely uniform, although it is cooked through. Okay, how soft it is. Same with the carrots. So good. Hope you guys try this sometime. And let me know what you think. Cheers!